Hey, what's going on, boys and girls? Derek Kegwood here again with another Line 6 Pod HD500 video. I'm going through the amp models, and right now we are on my favorite. Oh, I love this amp model so much. It's the Dr. Z Route 66, also known as the PhD Motorway, and I'm already using the matching cabinet. It's what I've been using for all the amp models. It's just a sweet sounding old amp. It's not old, it's a pretty modern amp, but just sounds great. Brad Paisley uses a Dr. Z amp, and the guy from Third Day uses them. It's just a great sound. It's a great modern amp company, and they are one of the few amps that I would consider worth the money that you'd have to pay to get one. They're just awesome. So, not really much to talk about with it. I'm using the matching cabinet, the PhD ported 2x12 cabinet, and I'm using the 57 on-axis room all the way off. Let's just set all these controls up to 50 where they need to be. I didn't realize this has already been tweaked, but let's just put it back at 50. The only thing that I've changed now that I'm putting it back where it's supposed to be is the hum is all the way off and the thump is all the way up. Well, I play this one quite a bit, so it might be kind of tweaked, but this is kind of how it sounds from the factory. So I'm using the Variax 300 guitar with the Strat model. And this is running, the pod's running direct to the interface, and there's no EQ or anything after the fact to mess with this tone. This is just like if you were to play through your pod and listen to it through headphones. So I'm not playing through any speakers or anything. This is coming back to me in my earbuds, and it's going to be the same sound you're going to get if you download this patch, which you can if you click the link in the info box, and you'll be able to see all the different patches that I've uploaded, and hopefully find one that works for you. But let's play around with this amp a little bit. So let me play for a little bit and kind of get an idea what it sounds like. Alright, so let's hear what this baby can do. So that's a drive at 50. Let's hear what it sounds like at 30, so a pretty clean sound. This is a very edge of breakup amp. It's not really a high gain rocking amp. It's not a totally clean amp. I mean, no matter where you're at, you're going to get a pretty edge of breakup sound. So here it is again at 30. And we already heard it at 50, so let's hear it at 70. And you'll hear immediately that the gain really didn't increase, but the tone suddenly got a lot fatter. hear it on 100. Bring that bass down just a hair. So even with the gain maxed out on the amp and the master all the way up, it's not going to get a lot of overdrive, but it's a really nice fat compressed sound. It's just asking, it's just begging for pedals. Alright, so I'll bring the gain down just a little bit so there's not as much compression. Here it is back at 50. I might go and crank it up to 70. And let's hear the different pickup positions on the Strat. Let's see, what do I want to play today? Alright, man, it's a great sounding amp. Let's hear it at let's hear it with the Telly. Now let's hear it with the Les Paul. Alright, so great sounding amp. Let's go ahead and crank the drive back up. Alright, so let's mess around with some of these amp parameters. The master volume works just like the master volume on any old tube amp, and you know how that works if you've ever messed with an amp. Let's just hear what it sounds like at 50. All right, so you can get even at 50, You're still getting a little bit of breakup, but it's a really nice clean sound. So let's hear it at 70. Very cool, and back up to 100. And the sag control, let's hear what that sounds like. Here it is at 50. Turn it all the way off, and you're going to get a very punchy, modern amp type sound. Here's the sag all the way up. That's kind of a vintage Fendery type sound. It's very squishy and spongy. Sounds nice, but I like it. Let's put it about, I don't know. Why not 20? Here's the hum feature. Essential to any great guitar sound. And the bias knob. Let's hear what that does. So that's with the bias at 50. Here it is at 0. And here's the bias at 100. Kind of like it. Let's put it at about 60 or something. Yeah, why not? About 30. Alright, so bias excursion, here it is at 50. And here it is at 0. So let's hear it at 100. Let's hear it at 0 again. Why not about 20 or something? Sounds pretty good right about there. I'm going to turn it back down. I like it there. All right. The cab parameters, the low cut. Same as always, I'm going to go to my Les Paul model now and play on the neck pickup, which is really excessively bassy. And I'll show you what this low cut does. So you can hear it. It's a little bassy. Turn the low cut up. Even just a little bit. Listen to what it does. I turned up a little bit. Didn't do much there. But you can kind of experiment with it. If you do a lot of drop tunings, or you play a humbucker guitar, just any guitar that's excessively bassy, that low cut's very cool. You can just set that low cut wherever you want it, and then EQ the amp accordingly. So pretty neat. The res level. Let's hear what that does. So here's the res level at 50. Here's the res level at 0. And here's the res level at 100. Be careful, it's about to get loud. Told you. So there's back 50. The thump control. My favorite control in the whole world. It gives you a nice fat low end without having to crank the bass on the amp. And you can still have a clean low end from the amp, but still have some nice low end. Let's hear how it comes stock with that 50. You've been hearing it at 100 through every video I make. And so here it is at 50. This is how it comes stock. And that's kind of believable that you're going to get that out of a 212 cabinet. I would believe that. That sounds very realistic. But if I can have that extra thump, I want it. So, but let's hear it just for fun. It's not really fun for me because I like a lot of low end. But let's just hear it at 0. All right, so turn the thump back up. We're in thump heaven now. The decay knob I'm not going to mess with because I don't hear a huge difference in tone with that. Let's work with some overdrive pedals now. The boost comp. I like using the boost comp to give me just a little extra hair on the amp, and it almost works like a second channel. So here's what it sounds like without it. Alright, here I need to turn some of that bass down. I put just a little bit in there. we'll turn that treble down just a hair. All right. So now let's look at the tube screamer and a few other overdrive pedals. Here's the tube screamer. So that sounds pretty nice. Let's hear it with the tube driver. All right, so that's the tube driver. Listen to the classic distortion now. I bet this sounds really nice with this amp. I'm going to turn that drive down, output up, drive down a little bit more, filter up. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Alright, very cool sounding. Very cool. Alright, fellas and fellaettes, this has been Derek Hegwood here with the Line 6 Pod HD500 running through the Dr. Z Route 66, also known as the PhD Motorway. It's a great sounding amp, definitely my favorite one that we have, and or that we have in the pod, and I was very excited to play this thing. I was looking forward to how it sounded when I first got the pod. And it definitely exceeded any expectation that I had. Sounds great, and this is probably going to be my most downloaded patch because it really does sound really good, at least in my opinion. So, anyway, guys, that's it. Thank you very much for watching, and if you have any questions, feel free to rate, comment, subscribe, and I would greatly like to help you in any way I can. So, again, this is Derek Hegwood. Thanks for watching, and God bless.